Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. All right, everybody, welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Cush. We are here on Tiki Tuesday to continue. What have I been drinking? Unfortunately not. We are here on a Tiki Tuesday to continue our jet pilots or our pilot series. We started last week with a test pilot. We are now working our way into the more famous version of the test pilot called the jet pilot. And obviously, like always, there's more to come after I say hello to everybody. But that's what we're doing for the next couple weeks on Tiki Tuesdays. We will be looking in on the pilot series of Tiki cocktails, doing things like we'll get into the space pilot. We'll get into the astronaut. We will eventually get into the re-entry. We'll do some re-entry stuff. It's a lot of fun stuff coming up, guys. So don't worry about it. Last week we started at the beginning. Now we're moving into the middle. So hopefully you guys are big fans of middles because that's what we are doing today. Let me say hello at the beginning, before we get to the middle. Let me say hello to the people. First of all, here is our good friend Bon Bon. Bon Bon is here. Bon Bon is ready, I assume. I can't see Bon Bon. She's not, I assume. We got a hat on. We're hat twins today. Hopefully that's what's happening. Good to see you, Bon Bon. There's Tiki Tom. Tiki Tom is here with a hey Bon Bon. And then quickly and Tonal. Who the heck is Tonal? I don't see a comment from Tonal, but I'm going to want to know who this person is. I want to greet them. I have a weird obsession at this point with greeting people. Very excited to greet people. Here is our good friend Amy Beer, showing up early. That's what we like. Amy Beer, kind of new, but definitely early. Always a good sign. Shawnee P, the bread man, here and ready to cheer. We got GE to you as well. Bootopia, ready to go. Kyle Tender wants the soundboard. And there it is. Now we got a soundboard. Let's see who else we got here. We got a lot of, listen, I love when all you guys say hi to each other. It's great. Making friends. That's what the bar is all about. The Shiny Panda Baker might skip this cocktail. Thinks that maybe grapefruit isn't for him, or perhaps he thinks, I just don't have grapefruit. Dang, I have to do something else. That's all right. We'll figure it out. Oh, finally, they're back. Mahalo. The Du Bois are back in town. Do people sing that song to you guys all the time? The Du Bois are back in town. Good to have you guys back. Hopefully hopefully this first week of being married was good for you. The first week, worst week. After the first week, if you can get past that first week, it's all easy from there. Let's see. Tom, I posted a drink suggestion for a new mug. Ooh, new mugs. We love a mug. Yes, the Du Bois are back and married. The Du Bois are back in town. Oh, dang. I did that whole thing without the lanterns. Thank you, Kyle. Well, that lantern's not going to work. We're going to do a quick lantern surgery. Hopefully, did work. Didn't work at first. Never mind. No lantern surgery. Thank you, Kyle. Howdy to our good friend Dougie G in the place to be. Ready to do some Tiki. Happy Tiki Tuesday to you as well, Paul. Wow. Wow. Glenn is here with a quick hello to everybody, but I'm sure to everybody. Bon, yes. Glenn's going to say hello to all of you, I'm sure, at some point. Here is the UF Mark, our resident alligator, ready to go. Street PI is here. Hey, Street, how you doing? Love to have Street. You guys are all great. When Street PI shows up to this thing, it makes you feel, let's say, sanctioned. Makes you feel like this is a government function now. I like that. Here is Vicious holding it down for us. You guys can't see Vicious, but Vicious is over there on Twitch, hanging out, hanging in. If you guys want to watch us on Twitch, that's fine too. I like that. But currently it's just Vicious. But all the rest of you over here on YouTube, where we hang out and do stuff. Speaking of YouTube, real quick, let me remind you guys, I put up videos an awful lot. I try and put them up on Mondays and Wednesdays, the days that I don't have the days we don't do this live stuff. So if you guys get a chance to go watch, I feel like I did a particularly, I believe it's probably nominated at this point for some sort of Oscar in special effects. How crazy it was that I basically was able to put Leslie Nielsen as the Swamp Fox in the middle of the video that I just created. I mean, I brought him back to life and de-aged him and threw him out of a building. If you haven't seen it, go watch my video for the ankle breaker. And also, there's a short out for it. And normally at this point in the day, when I put out a short, I will have maybe 200 people have seen it. Currently, 12 people have seen it. So I don't know whether YouTube is hiding it. So don't let YouTube hide things from you. Go find those things. It's also on Instagram and TikTok. Nobody's seen it on Instagram or on TikTok either, though. So I'm starting to think maybe I've said something to offend people and I am canceled. I don't know. I don't know whether that is that. Either way, speaking of canceled, let's start. This cocktail is called the Jet Pilot. It is a copy, not exactly, but it is a pretty close copy of a cocktail called the Zombie. If you've ever made a zombie and you see these ingredients, you're going to say, hey, stop right there. Those seem similar. And I will tell you why they seem similar in a completely crazy conspiracy theory that only I have, and I've never heard anybody else talk about this conspiracy theory. And it involves two of our favorite Tiki people, Donn and Steve. Okay. Donn created a cocktail called the Test Pilot, and people seem to like it. It had to do with Donn's time flying airplanes in the wars. He was a fighter pilot. He was flying them, pew, 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 pew. He was blowing stuff up. Anyway, he came back and had a crappy marriage. And I don't know if those two are combined, but just for brevity of the story, comes back, has a crappy marriage, and then in order to continue to use his name, Don the Beachcomber, after he lost pretty badly in this divorce, he had to leave the United States. So he went over to a place called Hawaii, which was not part of the United States at this point. Went over to Hawaii and started Don the Beachcombers over there. It seems to do pretty well. Still there. He doesn't tell anybody about any of his cocktails. He's not giving away his cocktails for anything. Even people that are working for him, he has to hide all the stuff. He labels bottles with different stuff, with different labels. He has to label the bottles so that only he knows what's going into them. Crazy. So he's very secretive. Well, he has this meeting at one point with an actor, and the actor's name is Stephen Crane. I think I hear Kyle at the door. Kyle, do you want to come in? Yeah, come on in. We're having some camera issues, so Kyle's going to do something real quick. We're going to just pause the thing and just do a half. And that should be good. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Great. We're having a camera issue, so we had to restart the camera. Otherwise, it was going to stop for us. At one point, while he's living on the island, what does Donn do? He invites an actor out to hang out with him. This actor's name is Stephen Crane. Stephen Crane, after meeting with Donn and being a little charm pants, that's the only way I can describe him. I think that Stephen Crane was a charming pantsed man. He got Lana Turner to marry him 2 times. Not just 1 time, 2 times. That's big time. That's double the marriages to Lana Turner that most men have had. Anyway, I think that Stephen Crane charmed his little pants off and then got him to tell him a lot of his recipes. Because then Stephen Crane, back at his restaurant called The Luau, starts making a lot of cocktails that are named kind of close to what Don was doing, and also, and more importantly, are built very similar to what Don was doing. So I think that Stephen Crane either slipped old Don a roofie or a Mickey or some other cute name for a deadly drug, or I think that Don really took a liking to Stephen Crane and gave him all of his recipes and said, honestly, brother, I don't know what to do with them out here. We don't have the internet. So it's not like anybody's going to find out. You take these, you do your stuff on the mainland, maybe, and again, conspiracy pants. I'm just putting notes all over the place. I got red tape going all over the place. Maybe this was his opportunity to take down some of his rivals. Maybe Don, through Stephen Crane, was trying to bring good drinks to Los Angeles so he could take down people like, well, I don't know, Trader Vic. Maybe, we don't know, maybe even his wife, his ex-wife at this time. I don't know. I don't know if any of that's true, but it seems to fit. Anyway. Yeah, we're going to shake this one. We're going to shake this one hard. Anyway, let's make this cocktail. We will talk a little bit about how much it's like a zombie, but don't even worry too much about it. Just look at this cocktail and then go look at a zombie. It's pretty similar. It's pretty similar. It seems like Stephen just took the idea from Don, brought it back, and was like, I don't know what to call it. What, a test pilot? Is that a thing? I guess a jet pilot's also a thing. Call it a jet pilot. Who cares? We're just making money. We're just making money and marrying Lana Turner. That's our whole life. That's all we got. This is a deep conspiracy, Doug says. This is a deep conspiracy. And there's nobody else. There are no other Tiki people that are even talking about this. I feel actually like this is kind of like the flat earth version of Tiki that I'm talking about, that secretly Don and Steve Crane were working together to take down Sonny and Vic. Just what I feel. Just what I feel. Okay, let's get into it. We are going to start off over here with our friend, Mr. Grapefruit. I don't have a lot of white grapefruits. This one is from a place called Palm Springs, which is why we're using this half a grapefruit. But what I like about it is that it does have the white bits. This is not a pink grapefruit. This is a white grapefruit. We're just going to go ahead and squeeze. Oh, we're going to go ahead and squeeze some of this grapefruit in here. We don't need a lot. We don't need a lot. We just need about half an ounce. There we go. That's almost there. Excellent. Okay, perfect. Now, in order to continue my conspiracy theory first, to continue the conspiracy theory, I need the towel. In order to continue this conspiracy theory, the next ingredient is important. Dun, dun, dun! It's cinnamon syrup. Guys, it's cinnamon syrup. It's freaking cinnamon syrup. After many, many years of searching and looking and trying to decipher what Don was doing, finally a guy named Jeffrey Beachbum Berry figured out that Don's mix contained white grapefruit juice and cinnamon syrup. And yet, willy-nilly, here's old Stevie Charmy Pants Crane throwing grapefruit and cinnamon syrup into a drink. Convenience, I would say. We need half an ounce of some cinnamon syrup. If you don't know how cinnamon syrup works, sugar, water, cinnamon. That's right. Kush is right. Thank you. Yes, the husbands are here, and the husbands are saying this is definitely a conspiracy. They're coming together. It has to be. There's no other way. Let's get a lime going on in here. We need half an ounce of lime juice. We need definitely a knife to cut the lime. Otherwise, we're going to be ripping at it with our teeth. Oh, here's the lime. We don't want to be ripping at limes with our teeth. It's no way to be a civilized person. Oh, we have a non-believer. Dougie G, non-believer. Seems crazy, Doug. That's fine. But honestly, has anybody ever seen the middle of Antarctica? No. You know why? Big ice wall. Once you believe in one conspiracy, you have to believe in all of them. I'm sorry. JFK, he just spontaneously combusted. I feel like that's the conspiracy, right? That JFK just exploded himself? I don't know. We need half an ounce of some lime juice. There we go. All right, doing great. Another ingredient that was also in the zombie. It's crazy. Oh my gosh, here's another one. 4 ingredients it shares. It's right here is our friend Velvet Falernum. Velvet Falernum is a pirate ingredient, no doubt about it. It has some almond, it has some clove, it has some lime, it has some cinnamon. People make it together all the time. People make it themselves all the time. I guess together too. People make it by themselves at home all the time. But this is John D. Taylor's. It's very, very similar, very, very simple. It's very, very simple to make. It just takes for freaking ever. So I don't do it. Half an ounce of some Velvet Falernum. There we go. All right. Now. Oh, good. Shawnee Panabaker's using his. Cinnamon is the secret flavoring in Tab soda. What? What? That has to fit into the conspiracy some way. You're saying that cinnamon is the secret to Tab being a delicious 0-calorie cola? Well, that brings the whole conspiracy together, doesn't it? Now we've got it. Okay, we need 3 different rums. Who else uses 3 different rums? Donn does. Let's go ahead and use this first rum. This rum right here, donated, I guess, sponsored by the husbands. This is a rum called Karuba. It is a dark Jamaican rum, possibly one of the great dark Jamaican rums. Don't tell my friend Brian, the rum champion, I said that. I'm sure that he will roll his eyes about how all the other stuff is something different or whatever. But I like this stuff. Karuba, nice dark Jamaican rum. You need 1.5 ounces of a dark Jamaican rum. Now, I don't know much about Stevie Crane. Joseph Stephen Crane was his real name. I don't know much about him. I taught a whole class on him at one point. What I'm saying is, I do happen to know that he was not a pirate, from what I know about this. Stephen Crane did not spend his late teens to mid-20s circumnavigating the globe on a pirate ship. You know who did? Donn Beach. And you know what he would have learned on that pirate ship? Mix rums. They would have said, "Arr, mix me rums, me brother. Mix those rums, you swabby deck." So there's some mixed rums in here. Now, would Stephen have known to do that? I don't know. Maybe he would have. Next thing we need is we just need an aged rum. Now, I am desperately trying to get rid of this bottle of rum. More than anything, I want the bottle. I think this is a bottle that would be very nice. I want to take the label off and just use the bottle. So we are going to be using the Beach Bum, we're going to be using the Beach Boys Cocoa Mo Rum. It's the Beach Boys. Of course, they came out with a rum. You don't need much of an aged rum. You need half an ounce. So half an ounce of an aged rum. Awesome. Doing great. Now, that's not the only rum mixing we're doing. We are also going to be adding in a 151 at the end of this, which will bring us to 3 rums. And we will have, of course, at that point,
it's a floater.
It'll be a floater. That's exactly right. It'll be a floater. If anybody's ever seen the movie JFK, do you guys know? Let me just tell you about a little bit about me. In college, I had a double major. My major was theater and comparative literature. That's what I majored in college. This is why I do what I do now. My comparative literature major, you have to choose 2 different sections of literature to compare against each other from 2 different cultures, right? So I was already taking theater and I spoke Spanish. So I said, why not take Spanish theater? That's one. I also love science fiction and I speak English. My English is pretty good, I guess. And I said, why not find a way to make that the other source of my major? And I chose American paranoia. That's the other. So I have a degree from the University of Southern California in That's the thing done. I have a degree. We're going to wait till these guys go. Well, I have a degree from the University of Southern California in American paranoia. So nobody knows conspiracy quite like a guy that has majored in it. Anyway, if you've ever seen the movie JFK, you know that if the things that happened in JFK actually happened, then of course it was a conspiracy. The Stone, the movie JFK, you know, with all the guys, every actor. If the things happened like they happened in JFK, then of course it was a conspiracy. Of course it was. But most of the things didn't happen. However, a couple things were true in that movie. What I'm saying is the little crumbs of truth can lead you to believe that the conspiracy is real. Oliver Stone. Yes, Oliver Stone did it. I said Stone. However, if one part of this, if one bit of that movie was to turn out to be true, like the man on the bench, et cetera, then that would make it all true. The next ingredient we're putting in here, Angostura bitters. And absinthe. Scared myself. Oh my gosh, it has to be a conspiracy. No way that Stevie Crane and Donn Beach are both putting absinthe and bitters into their cocktail. There's no way. However, the jet pilot created by our friend Stephen Crane has absinthe and Angostura, or what we like to refer to as Herbstura, or sometimes Donn Beach's signature. You need 3 dashes of bitters and 3 dashes of some absinthe. Thought it was YouTube censoring me. It did seem like YouTube was censoring me. Honestly, I'm coming up against it, guys. We're unraveling the truth here, folks. We're really going to figure these guys out. Let me make sure that's everything. Jack Ruby drank Angostura bitters at the Kit Kat Club in Dallas, and that fateful day. That is true. That is true. Where did I buy this book? You may ask. The Dallas Book Depository. What? What? The New York Bartender's Guide? I got it at the Dallas Book Depository. No, I didn't buy it there. I've been to Dallas one time. Just once. It's all coming together now, folks. It's all coming together now. We need to, UF Mark he's on to something. We need to put this into, we're gonna put some ice in here. We need to put some ice in here, and we need to shake this really, really hard. Why? Well, because we do want to serve this drink on crushed ice. Just like you would serve a zombie. You want it to be broken, beaten, and battered. Just like the American justice system, the moment we discover that Stephen Crane is actually just an anagram for Donn Beach. That's not true. That last one wasn't true. But the rest of it has been true. Give this a really hard shake, or else if you want to, you can put it into a flash blender. I don't have the attachment for my flash blender right now. The camera wasn't working before the whole thing started. Don't worry about why I don't have it. That's not part of the conspiracy. Just give this a really hard shake until you start to hear that everything starts to break. Damn. Doug got me. Maybe 'twas I who shot JFK. Maybe 'twas. But we'll never know. We will never know. I wasn't alive at that point. My dad learned about it in grade school, so it would have been tough. Go ahead and pour. You want a lot of that good broken ice. If you decide to put this drink into a blender, may I recommend blending it on a flash setting, just real quick, or put it into your drink master with already crushed ice, or do it the long, hard way and shake it hard. Now, we need to float some rum in here. Like that. Okay. Float some rum in here. This right here is 151. We only need a half an ounce, and we need it in what form?
It's a floater.
We need it in floater form. That's exactly right, everybody. We need half an ounce of some 151 floated on top. There we go. What is the ingredient that we don't have in here that is in the zombie? You guys know that for a while I've been at war. And I think that you guys have mostly been with me. The ingredient that is not in this cocktail, but is in the zombie is, of course, grenadine! I'm at war with Rose's grenadine. And the one thing, if I put Rose's grenadine into this thing and make everything fine, then Rose's wins. But instead, we keep Rose's out and we make sure that this stays as pure as the driven snow with a little bit of mint. I don't want to get everybody attached to my mint plant yet. It's not doing very well. We're going to put a little bit of mint in here. Drop that in here, right there. No, UF Mark. There is absinthe in here. A couple dashes. Herb stirrer. We'll put that in there, and you know what? Every good conspiracy needs a cherry on top. So we will put a cherry on top here as well. We will put there we go. One of these guys right there on top. Oh, get that. And my friends in secrecy, my own personal Illuminati here we have it. This drink right here is called the Jet Pilot. Although it seems very similar to a cocktail called the Zombie and is named very similar to a cocktail called the Test Pilot, this right here is called the Jet Pilot. It was not created by Donn Beach, who created the Test Pilot and the Zombie. It was created by another man, another entity, shall we say, named Stephen Crane. Joseph Stephen Crane, who married Lana Turner 2 times. I have a feeling, guys, that this goes all the way to the top. I have a feeling that there is no end to this conspiracy. And at this point, if you guys don't see me Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays here at Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks, 6 p.m. at 6 p.m. Pacific time, California time, well, then you know it's too late for me. And I'm going to need you guys then to like and subscribe and share and comment to keep my memory alive. Because I'm in too deep at this point, baby. I'm starting to unpull this sweater. And I'm just going to be left with the yarn. Cheers. It's freaking delicious. I mean, okay. It's very, very good. I mean, if you like a zombie, I guarantee you're going to like this. If you like the Test Pilot, I guarantee this is right up your alley. If you like a good conspiracy theory, well, follow me. Because, folks, now we've cracked it open. And there is no way to put this genie back in the bottle. There is no way to put this Malort back into to another bottle. There is no way to put this orchid back on the stem. It's open. And now we just have to do what's best for us. Cheers. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and share on everything that we do here because it helps the channel. And as soon as YouTube demonetizes me, which they have to now that I've figured out this conspiracy, know that your help in liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting keeps me in the public eye so that the FBI can't come in and steal me. CIA, probably. Maybe Scotland Yard. Who knows? Who knows how deep this goes? That's what I got for you guys. We have unraveled a conspiracy, and now we are. Yes, I just have one thing to say to our good friend Doug.
Please save your questions until I'm through.
Save your questions till I'm too. Oh, we didn't do float cam. Dang, we didn't do float cam. Well, we'll put it in there somewhere. Okay. Oh, let me say hello real quick to the Low Carb Cocktail Guy. Go over and watch Low Carb Cocktail Guy. Low Carb Cocktail Guy is killing it with cocktails that are low carb, and hopefully he's taken a better route than I have. He is not digging too deep into all the government secrets like I have. Anyway, that's, my friends, is what I have for you. Remember, we're doing a class here on Tuesday, or we're doing a class here on Thursday. We are doing Thirsty Thursday, where we will just sort of make whatever, I'll have some theme, and we'll do that. And then class on Saturday. We'll be back here on Saturday to hang out. There will be no mixed cocktail. There'll be no live mixed cocktail show tonight. I will be in the or Friday. I will be in the comments there, though. So pop on over and say hi. And for those of you who weren't able to make it on Saturday, know that unfortunately we have had to push I know we've all been looking forward to this for a long time. We've had to push the Kush-Tucky Derby back 1 week. So DC Debbie Clark, winner of the 2023 Kush-Tucky Derby, will be the winner for 1 extra week. So if you were planning on getting to be part of that, just know that it will happen the week after the Kentucky Derby. It's a bummer, but my goodness. My stinking friend Clayton had to get married that day. Thank you guys all for the fabulous classes. Please hit that like and subscribe and bell and all that. You guys are the greatest. Thank you. And if I don't show up on Thursday, something horrible has happened. I will say I have no suicidal thoughts, and I am fully up to date on all of my shots. So my goodness, don't let anything happen. Don't let anything happen to me. Until got dark. Until next time, guys. Until next time, I will see you on Thursday. And as always, what do we say when we feel like we finally figured out the answer? We find the person that has the answer and we look them in the eye and we say,
Are you Dr. Jenga Jenga?
I truly believe Dr. Jenga Jenga might be behind all of this. Until then, though.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye! Bye! I'm gonna drink a lot of beer and stay out all night.
Bye bye, bye bye.
Goodbye, goodbye. Yes? No, 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 no. Okay. Bye, bye. Woo! Yes, mister.
I know.
Sure, why not? I don't know. Yeah! Science!
Wow.
That's all I am. Just a regular human bartender.
Goodbye!
My father gave me a small round of a little.
Okay, well, my mistake. Goodbye, goodbye.
Bye bye, bye bye.